Hey everyone, my name is Katie Killourhy, and for everyone that's tuning in today, I just wanted to officially invite you to the She Who Dared interview sessions for the Lois Weber Film Festival. For anyone that's watching and doesn't know me, I'm an actor, writer, director, producer, as well as the vice president of the Lois Weber Film Festival. And with these interview sessions, we are sitting down with the brilliant female filmmakers of the Lois Weber Film Festival that are selected and nominated. And today I have with me Monaye Moyes. Monaye, welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, and hello everyone watching at home.
Yes. Now, Monet submitted her film called Hunger. It's a horror film. It was nominated for a handful of nominations. I mean, we're talking best first-time filmmaker, best horror, best director, best supporting actor, best editor. I mean, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it made me so happy. At first, I thought I read it wrong. I was like, no, there must be
No,
another
you
film,
didn't.
Hunger or something. But no, I'm truly honored. Yeah, especially as a first-time filmmaker. It means the
Yeah.
world to me that people enjoyed the film, period, let alone to, have this honor of being nominated for one
Oh my
award.
God. It was like a collective thing about across the board that we just loved it. You make it look so effortless.
Only because of good team.
Yeah, just
I
oh
couldn't
my
do it.
gosh. And this was your first time directing, and you're an actor first.
Yes, I'm an actor first. I've been acting since I was 5, so I've always loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I love writing. And so I was focused kind of on writing a book with my sister. And then since being in the film industry and especially how what a roller coaster it's been since the pandemic, and you keep hearing as an actor, like, oh, make your own content. I'm not good at
Yeah.
text. And so I was like, well, let me just try making a short film. And so I got really lucky and got the Shauna Shea Film Foundation Award for female filmmakers. And so once I got that, I was like, okay, I have to
That's
make
another wonderful film
I,
festival for anyone watching. Yes, you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
skip.
They're so great. Yeah. And so it was
Yes.
an honor to be selected. And so with those funds, I was like, okay, I have to make a film. And so I wrote this short
That's
and
amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Skip to see and hear that. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So it was so fun. And yeah, I love it. I hope if you don't like it, that's okay. But I hope, I
Oh
hope
no,
everyone
it's
enjoy.
yeah. I mean, so essentially, how did you what inspired you? I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but obviously we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of like cannibalism, but maybe a vampire feel. Could you just tell the viewers what inspired the idea and how it came about?
Yeah, so I love horror comedy, and I wanted to make a fun horror
So
comedy
good,
that
yeah.
yeah, that explores like the beauty and violence within women. I feel like that's kind of I guess it's a little more touched on now, but I don't know, I'd like to see more of that. I've always been fascinated by dark female characters, but also I love likable ones. And so I find some
Yes,
of
yeah.
my favorite works feature morally great characters. They're doing corrupt things, but you still somehow find yourself rooting for them or at least fascinated by them. So yeah, so that's kind of what kickstarted it. And then as an actress, I've always wanted to make something kind of visually wild or really stylized, and I never had the opportunity before. So since I was writing and directing this, I just thought, okay, well, now's the time to go all out and just have fun with this.
Oh,
And
it's beautiful. It's
yeah,
beautifully shot too. I'm sure you had a say in like the shots being used, the
yeah,
storyboarding.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm really grateful to my DP Noah, who's also a close friend of mine, and yeah, so he's a wonderful DP, and he was also executive producer on this, and so I gave him like a mood board, and I gave him shots that I wanted to kind of replicate in a way, but things of that nature, and he was really excited about it, and he had the great idea of shooting on film, and so the climax of the film is actually shot on 60 millimeter film, and I feel like that definitely gives it more of a edgy feel to it,
Oh
and
yeah.
more dreamy state, and so he's just such a
Yeah.
great he
Yeah,
like
even down
yeah.
to the coloring, from the therapy session to when you're home and with the your
Yeah, I really
girlfriend. Oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah, I love colors and I really wanted to play with that. And so it was like kind of like the therapy sessions more green, but not like in a way where it's supposed to be healthy or someone's growing, but it's not perfectly growing, like a happy green. It's also a little sickly. And then into the kitchen, we touch more on like the sickly green. And then kind of there's like themes of orange and red to represent passion as well.
Wow. So what exactly was it with the can was it something that just like a thought or something you've been through that like inspired the cannibalism aspect to it? Or
I
is it vampire-y? Can you
Yeah, so I mean,
explain?
I've always loved vampire stuff, and I think that
Yeah.
stemmed, you know, being a millennial and reading Twilight in high school and then
Yes. Oh my
going
God.
full throttle into
Yeah.
Vampire Diaries and Blue Bloods and all these other vampire lore. And so I love that like darker vibe, but also I've also just been kind of interested in like the subject matter of cannibalism and how taboo it is and how I wanted to explore that idea of like um this consumption that drives her where it's like this lust and love and like where she wants to totally consume this person and then how that then can
Oh,
is
that
rooted in
read
the way
so
we can.
well.
And so
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I kind of wanted to explore that. But yeah, so I kind of bring both in and then also in a way because I had a very low budget, I wanted to do it in a way where it's not I didn't want it to be too campy. And so we had to really cheat with shots and things and because it was like vampire would might not read as well, but I still wanted to take those
It you
elements.
had both vibes and it was
Yeah.
oh, you couldn't look away. It was beautiful. Loved
Oh,
it.
cool. Thank you.
Um, I had a thought that just flew out of my head about the film. Gosh, that's okay. Christine is nominated Best Supporting.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. Have you known her a long time
Yeah,
or
I love Christine. Yeah, so she's a producer. She's producer on this film,
oh,
and
is
so
she?
yeah, and from
Wonderful.
is her production company? Yeah, and so I'm so grateful for her help on this. And she actually introduced me to the Shauna Shea Film Foundation and told me I should apply. And so that's kind of like what kickstarted this whole thing, like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, so we actually did a horror play together a couple years ago. And we bonded that way. I made a lot of good friends from that play, and so we've just stayed friends. And I've kind of been watching her amazing filmmaking journey, and she was there as like a
She's an
mentor.
incredible talent too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it'd be so fun to play opposite her again, and just yeah, have fun with the role. And I think she did a great job
How
with
fun is that? You get
it.
to work with your friends. Yeah. Um, what would you say you would hope that when audiences are watching your film, what do you hope that they take away from it, feel, discuss? What are you hoping for?
Yeah, I just want them to have fun because I know at the end of the day, filmmaking is a great tool of activism, but also sometimes I feel like it is just nice to just have fun and it's like a form of escapism.
Yes,
So I hope
yeah.
they chuckle a little and they're entertained. And yeah, I think also what was important to me was to have a LGBT character that it wasn't like the main focus, like it didn't have to be drawn to, it was just like a normal way of life. There wasn't any tragedy attached to that of who she is as a person. So yes, I hope some people identify with certain aspects of it and hopefully not too much where they don't go eat their love or anything, but just have fun with it.
No, I love that. I mean, in this day and age with everything we're going through right now as a country, it's
Mm.
so nice to see an LGBTQ film being shown. All of us really, really loved it. Um, Now, was there ever a moment like in your career? You said you've been acting since you were
Five, yeah,
5? Oh,
professionally,
5.
really professionally since 2019. I took a long break with school and was kind of on and off, just with like
Yeah.
drama classes for fun. So
I feel like every artist does that from time to time.
yeah, I
There's
need a break.
highs, there's lows. You need a breather. Yeah, you need to step away. Anytime to me, it feels like I'm very, very busy or active in it, and it feels like a chore. And I hate saying that. It can sometimes feel like that to me. I know that it's time for me. I'm getting burnt out. So I
Yeah,
completely
you need
understand.
to pursue other creative yeah, you need to pursue other creative pursuits, I guess, and
Yes. Oh,
other out.
yeah. Um, but yeah, was there ever a moment in your career that you can think of where you like faced a challenge or maybe you were mistreated that maybe something beautiful came out of it?
Yeah, there was a moment when I was first starting out, like in 2019, when I was kind of, like I said, like really full throttle in this, where like I'm gonna pursue this 100%. And there was an intimate scene, and I was the only woman on set. The cast and crew, everyone was all male. And like I said, I was kind of new to it. There was no intimacy coordinator. And so things got a little uncomfortable. Like this scene is it's supposed to lead to a love scene, and
Mm.
the director wasn't calling cut, and things kept progressing, and I was getting really weary. And thankfully, I had like an amazing co-star who stopped the scene and spoke up. So I was really grateful to him, but I was too nervous to do so. I was
Wow, thank
would
you
have
to
been
him is right.
yeah, truly. And so I was like, I was worried to speak up even though I was uncomfortable. And so if anything, looking back now, I understand it was in my every right to voice my concern and to say I'm uncomfortable. We need to stop this. Like it's not me,
Yeah.
Eva. It's not me, trying to cause problems. It's just me speaking my truth and advocating for a safer set.
Oh, and when you are like when that happens to you for the first time too, you almost go into like this victim mode of like, is it me that's causing this, or like
Yeah,
am I
you're
overreacting? Because for me, when I've been in a similar situation, I've said that to myself, I'm overreacting, and it's like, no, you're not.
yeah, yeah, you think so because you're like, well, I guess this is just how sets are, especially when you're first starting out, like
Oh
you're still
yeah,
how sets are
you don't
run.
know.
You don't know. And so you're like, well, yeah, I'm already a more introverted person. It's like, well, I don't want to cause problems. Like I want everyone to like me, like a people pleaser. But yeah,
I've been
like
that too. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like setting
Mm-hmm.
boundaries and speaking up for yourself on set, especially in today's day and age, like it's totally okay to do so and to advocate for what you feel is right.
Yeah, speak up for
And if
sure.
and if it's a truly a good set and it's good people, they'll understand that.
Yes,
And if they're not, then you never want to work with them again anyway.
that is key, I will say. Yeah. And also for me, it was a lot of learning that, if I'm uncomfortable, there's a reason.
Hmm.
My gut doesn't lie.
Exactly. We need to listen to our gut all
Yes, for
the time.
sure, as women. And I'm so sorry you went through that, but it's such a common theme. It's crazy. The more women you talk to.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even just daily things like that with average things like being like whistled at or things that happen in clubs,
Yeah.
grabbing you like on the street and things, and you kind of just it's kind of normalized as a woman. Like everyone I know has experienced these things, and then you're like, oh, that's not normal. Like that shouldn't be
Yeah. Or not taken seriously, or, oh,
normal.
well, yeah, you have a great idea, but do this for me. Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
problem in the
We have
industry.
a long way to go for
Yes,
sure.
we do. And that's so funny because it's like history is repeating itself. Because, I mean, I don't know. Did you ever hear of Lois Weber before?
No, and I'm so sad to say I hadn't before, but
I
I
hadn't
immediately
either.
Googled her and I was like, why have
Yeah.
I not known about her?
I know. Well, I mean, a similar boat as you. I've been acting since I was 15. I did drama club and I went to college for it, and had never heard of her before. And you research about her, and she's pretty much like one of the founding mothers that built the foundation
Yeah,
for film. And
yeah,
she was such a fierce artist that just took the road less traveled, that you get so inspired. You want to learn more and more and more. And it's just so crazy that history is repeating itself now.
yeah,
It's like our rights and the equality essentially in the film industry is just not there.
yeah,
This is why, for Gabby and I, when we started this film festival, we wanted to bring more awareness to it and create more opportunities for women because it's so needed,
yeah,
you
definitely.
know.
And I
But
think
that's so crazy that you didn't know about her either.
yeah, and I think it's great that you're doing this because then again, like it made me Google and research her and learn more about her. And I'm like, okay, I need to learn more about this amazing woman. And it's great to see other women like yourself and stuff showcasing these female filmmakers like Lois Weber. And there's also this amazing journalist and writer. Her name's Heidi Honeycutt, and she wrote this book called "I Spit on Your Celluloid," and the whole book is about female horror filmmakers. And she highlights from the first one all the way till now. And so it was amazing seeing how many female filmmakers there are out there and amazingly talented ones, but we don't hear about them and why don't we know about them? And so I think it's great that women
I
like yourself.
guarantee you Gabby's read that book, but I
Yeah,
will definitely read that book.
yeah, definitely look into like it's amazing to see. It's like, why have I not heard of any of these women or most of them? And
It's
so
crazy. Yeah, it's like people
Mhm.
wanted to wipe them off, like as if they didn't do or have all these accolades. It's
Mhm.
really wild. Um, could you let the viewers know, whoever's watching today, just a piece of advice, whether it's an actor first starting out, a director first starting out, maybe it's a woman that's just like kind of curious that wants to maybe break into the film industry. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, I mean, just be ready for anything. It is a roller coaster of emotions. Hopefully you have a good support system, whether that's family or friends. And yeah, just to not give up, as cliche it is, because like I said, it's a roller coaster. And if you love this, then just keep pursuing it. And, this filmmaking is not only, or like acting, it's not only a great form of escapism, but it's also a great tool of action. And especially, like we said, during uncertain times, film is a wonderful way to make your voice heard, whether it's
Yes.
just for creative purposes or it's a matter close to your heart. So yeah, speak your truth. Don't let anyone silence you. Your ideas are always worth making. And I wish you the best of luck.
You're so beautiful and inspiring. You should do fortune cookies.
Oh my goodness,
I
I
want to
pick up
just
a
keep you
second
in
day
my back
job.
pocket on a rainy day and just be like, come on, Monet,
I gotta
hit me
remind
with it.
myself of it sometimes though, but
No, you are. That's
yeah, thank
beautiful. I
you.
love that. Let your voice be heard. Yeah, that is so important right now. Well, I appreciate you so much for letting the viewers get to know you a little bit more. Could you let them know too, what's up next for you? What's the next project? Where's this film going? Where they can follow you on social?
Yeah, so I'm on the film festival circuit right now with Hunger. So I'll be going to some other film festivals in California, hopefully across the country. As an actor, I'm in a Lifetime movie called You Better Watch Out. It's
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
fun. It's Christmas themed, but it's streaming on
Oh, I
Lifetime.
love that. That's totally
Amazon.
on my
Yeah,
bucket
it's
list.
Christmas
Yes.
thriller. And I've been auditioning for other stuff, so hopefully I'll be on your TV soon. But if not, you can
You
follow
will. No,
me.
speak it
Yeah,
into existence. You
manifest.
will.
Yes, I will.
Mhm.
But you can follow me at Monaye Moyes on Instagram, and you can also follow my film, hunger.film on Instagram. And yeah, reach out if you ever just want to chat. I'm always happy to connect with
She's
people.
the perfect fortune cookie. Whatever
Yeah,
you need, if you
you
need
just need daily
inspiration.
motivation. Got you.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much again, Monet. It was so nice to have you, and good luck at the awards ceremony.
Thank you so much, Katie and Gabby and
You're
everyone
welcome.
watching.